Shelley watched the whole things yesterday.
Shelley watched what?
All of it.
All of what?
The things. Podcast and whatnot.
Oh, what, in the academy?
Yeah.
Oh, how did she find? What did she think?
Fucking brilliant.
Did she like it?
She loved it again, yeah.
Did she really?
Yeah, she said she's just. I put it up on the
biggest
TV.
critic.
I watched it,
she is,
and obviously I was watching it, and she did say to me, she goes, "Fucking hell, you can tell when you talk about something that makes you uncomfortable." I went, really?
Right.
You just start like freaking out. You're like going, spinning that thing at 100 miles an hour, like ticking, and just really uncomfortable. She goes, "Look, now you've stood up and you're just stood by the TV because it's the uncomfortable bit." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I am. Yeah." I'm like, "You've just stood up and gone and stood by the TV." She goes, "Fuck it."
Stop.
I was like, "Chili, it is like
Clear.
it's quite like that is the only time we've done it as well. We've got remotely like to sort of any sort of deep stuff, not even that deep." And yeah, she was like, "Yeah, you can definitely see that you were like really uncomfortable like talking about it." And I went, "Well, that's good though."
Isn't it?
It should be. That's what it should be difficult.
Yeah.
Adds to the realism, doesn't it?
I was thinking that if everything that we're doing essentially is for mindset, is to be helping people happier, healthier, and improving their mindset and mental health, how about if we were to pick an emotion for each episode when we talk? So if we speak gratitude, we just talk about gratitude for the whole episode.
Yeah, I can stop banging about my father-in-law.
We can go anger. A little bit of anger. From
I don't think they're ready for that. Fuck me.
Horny.
Listen,
Sean, hold this.
We both walk away and leave you there.
he's just going through his porn list now.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
but
I
they're
think that's a
going
good
to
idea.
have to stay like half an hour, because if you sat there for an hour and a half,
Well,
draining all that, we're going to die.
indeed.
Although that long one, I enjoyed that.
Yes.
I could have just kept going and going and going with that one. Like, I really.
The morning one.
Yeah, I thought it was fucking. Shelley said genuinely it's good. She was like, a lot of people do think that you look like Christian Grey, though, don't they? She's like, look, they keep coming up, and I was like, yes.
How does she think about you getting attention?
She thinks it's hilarious.
Oh, okay.
She smiles and laughs every time. I think she sort of enjoys it.
Okay.
Because it adds value to me, doesn't it?
Of course.
Because it, like, to her, other people now.
It validates how lush you
Her
are.
husband's becoming a celebrity.
Yeah.
She's like, I thought she'd hate it. I genuinely thought she'd get work, but she's loving it more and more and more.
Mate, you know when you're looking for a bigger house, she's going to ask you if you're going to dungeon.
Okay, fine. Oh no, we've got a signal
Oh,
here.
you've only asking me for my phone's shit.
Have you got a signal?
No, you won't. Not really here, will you?
Type in Jimmy Savile BBC prank.
It's coming in here this morning, an alternative view on the Jimmy Savile story. This texter says, "I wish everyone would stop criticising Jimmy Savile. He was a nice man. When I was 8, he fixed it for me to milk a cow blindfolded."
It's a strange one.
And actually, on the point of texts and tweets, unfortunately, earlier in the programme, I was the victim of a prank text about Jimmy Savile, which I mistakenly read out rather naively. I'm very sorry if I've caused any offence, but...
That was on the fucking BBC.
Right, I can tell you now.
That was the BBC.
That would only happen in England.
Yep.
Right, have you seen the cricket match where they let the crowd start texting in stuff on the billboard?
Oh my god.
Mate, the first one was Madeleine McCann.
No.
Straight away, someone was like, "Has anyone seen my mum and dad? ... Madeleine McCann," or something like that. And then it just went more and more, and they just turned it off after about 20 minutes.
Oh my
Cricket
God.
fans are brutal.
See, last night we were sat there and Dan decided he'd do me another challenge, right? And he said, "I bet I've done more steps than you." I was going, "Go on then, show me."
I did a decent amount of steps as well.
He was like, "Show me." And I was like, and he went, "Oh, go on, I bet you a tenner I've done more." So we shook on it, and I thought, hang on a minute. He thinks he's winning here. Right, 20 quid. And he looked at me and one eyebrow went up.
And then all of a sudden, oh, she's got confidence.
And then it was like 30 quid. And I just straight away went 40. And now he's like, oh, she knows something I don't. And I whooped his ass.
She did me.
You didn't really have to transfer the money, you silly sod.
Well, no, but it's the bet. I hate it when people don't pay up a bet.
No, it's
if
horrible,
someone bets
isn't
me £5 to do something, I'd do it. I want the fucking fiver.
Yeah, exactly.
I fucking want it.
Listen,
I hate it when people
not
do
money,
it.
it's about doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I would've
Mate,
paid you.
if I'd have won, you would have fucking paid
The
me.
cash was in
Trust
my-
me.
Listen,
Yeah, I
I've
know.
been to the bank account, the
I
cash
know.
was in my pocket. And I said tonight, I was willing to go up to £100.
Oh, God.
But I couldn't see a grown man cry.
Again.
Mike was like, you guys are having far too much fun.
We are.
I think he wants a job.
That's what Shelley's angle is now.
Oh, shit,
She's probably looking at all the fun and going.
Everyone wants to get involved.
Yeah, you can't work it. Shelley has a load of old Nintendo magazines last
Nice.
night. So also, I bid some more Pokemon cards. That got well out of hand.
We've outgrown that studio already.
I got to 160 on one pack.
What?
And bottomed out. Got scared. And I'm on another pack at 90 at the moment.
Dude, what the fuck?
I know, it was an original pack, Fossil, one of the original packs.
No.
It'll go for like 300 or something.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh my god, like, and me, I'll show you the bids. Me and a bloke spent an hour and a half just going bid, 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 bid. On 2 pack, I'm doing it with 2 blokes and 2 packs. They're going bid, 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 but we can't message each other. So I was about to go, fuck off, you fucking cunt. This is fucking work.
You should be able to message.
Yeah, I'll be like, right, mate, look, I'll do you a deal. You have one, and I'll have the fucking other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, when are they due to be like?
To end, yeah.
Oh, well, one's 2 or 3 days, so they've got miles to go yet.
Bid until the last 10
Yes,
minutes,
everyone knows
Oh,
that.
no, they're nowhere near the, like, these won't go for anywhere near
You
that.
just watch it and go, right, motherfuckers, I'm giving you 100 quid and that's it.
Oh yeah, you got no chance with these ones.
I remember this
Say the prices.
eBay competitor came out years ago with I know it's horrible, isn't it? It was
I go to the beach. I clean the bay I'm in with my daughter.
that's nice.
Yeah, we always take a bag. We clean the bay.
There was.
Move!
Fuck off, pigeon.
Yeah, there was another eBay, wasn't there?
Well, there was this reverse eBay where it started. I've forgotten how they did it now. They started off at a silly price and came down, and you had to stop it, and as close to the retail price as you got it. If you were the one close to the retail, you got it. But if that one meant you were under it, you got it cheaper. I don't remember how it was, but it never took off.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the problem.
There was that big one as well where you had to buy bits, wasn't there?
Yes.
Like I say, that messaging with eBay, I could have messaged that bloke and gone, if I give you 20 quid, you fuck off.
Yeah.
So you get 20 quid for nothing.
Yeah.
And then
Just leave me alone.
Yeah, I can continue bidding, but then someone else could come in. And you'd be like, right, it's 20 quid for you, now fuck off.
I used to have this idea for a website, a competition idea, treasure hunt idea online. The idea being is there was a shut up. There was stop laughing at me. No, what the God, my mind. I fucking hate my head. Thank you. So the idea was there was a treasure hunt with 100 clues, and each clue gave you a letter. And then you get the 100 letters, you put them all together in a website address. You go www.kx432843b3.com, and that led to a hidden page.com. And that led to a hidden page. And then if you were the first one to the hidden page and type in your email address, you won the prize. I was thinking we could do that in real life, a real life treasure hunt.
Yeah.
Combine it with the treasure hunt idea that we had, and you just get a K or a letter, and then at the end it goes to a website address, a random website
Have
address.
you heard of geo-tracking?
No, well, of course, yeah, but in what relation?
Well, they do it now. Where it's like grid references that are in a database.
Right.
And you go and you find these little boxes, and it's like the one by us is called Hagrid's house. It's an old hut. And then you have to search around inside and you find the box. And the box is a little book
Genius.
with a little pen, and you write that you've been at this message.
Oh, you did tell me about this, yeah. Great idea.
So sweet. And
That's a
all
great
kids
idea.
love it. Oh, it's beautiful.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Such a good idea. Puts me in a much better mood. After
Oh,
the walk
amen.
Before we start.
Amen. That is, I think, 90% of my job as a coach is get my client out in the morning for a walk. If someone does that is the single biggest first step.
Sets your day up.
It does.
It's
Vitamin D from that motherfucker.
You've already achieved
Fresh
so
air.
much by going on that walk already that it spurs you on to just keep smashing the targets, doesn't it?
I'm gonna throw out a theory here, because I've been thinking about this one for some time. Morning, mate. And that theory is we've got the circadian rhythm, right? Which, for those that don't know, is the body's body clock, which is the body's body clock. Easy for me to say.
As soon as you said Arcadian rhythm, I just looked
We
around and
both
was
just
like,
went.
Circadian rhythm.
oh, circadian rhythm.
Circadian rhythm.
Arcadians is like,
Downloads off again.
We've got to have some educational bits in here, haven't we? Jesus. The circadian rhythm, and that is when each cell in the human body is defined by the rhythm of the sun rising and the sun setting.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it shuts off hormonal productions for like melatonin shuts off when the sun comes up and it starts again when the sun goes down.
Yep.
But I also think the birds, audio-wise, might have something to do with it as well. If you wake up and you hear the birds chirping, I'm convinced just like the sun's causing a chain reaction, the audio would cause a chain reaction for somehow. Because you cannot listen to birds chirping and be upset.
Mate,
That
wake
noise.
Up, I'm like Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
I open my door, sit there, they all come.
Are you insane? I can think of many times when I've had birds chirping and I've not been happy.
Yes, because you've been on a fucking come down, coked off your tits, mate. No one likes to hear the birds at 6 a.m. when you're off your nut.
Someone
Jesus.
the curtains and that's it, game over.
Yeah.
It's that daylight.
Oh no, we've done it again. Oh, no. It's funny, like these school, childhood
Programs?
personalities they grew up with, like Dawn French and Dorian and Rodney and Delboy and Delboy, Rodney and all of those. They're all coming to an end now, aren't they?
They're all, yeah, it's so sad.
Mate, I'm going to be gutted when Davy Jason goes.
Yeah.
And Attenborough.
But I want to be one of those that goes out at
Yeah,
night.
day morning, 100%.
I want to go in my peak. You've got the best of me, I'm done.
Go in the peak. You want to do it like a Michael Jackson and Whitney.
It's done.
Just done. A
I
Chester.
want to be remembered for being fantastic. Not, oh, look at her now. She's fucking so old.
We should probably kill you now then. This is the peak. Oh, it's never going to get better. I love you, really.
From that perspective, I watched quite a good video today, and it's about like the three states of time: future, past, and present.
Yeah.
And how the future is just imagination.
Yes.
The past is just memory.
Yes.
And the only ever real bit of time
now.
is right now. Nothing
Yeah,
else
yeah,
exists.
yeah.
The future doesn't exist because it's pure imagination. The past is just memory. That's all it is. The only thing that exists is right now. Right now.
And literally,
Right now.
like when
Right
people fully understand the premise of the past can't hurt you, because it literally can't.
Can't come back and get you.
Can't come back unless you let it.
Yeah.
And that's what trauma is.
Yeah.
Trauma is letting the past affect you.
Yeah.
It's a fear of the past.
Yeah. Well, it's a fucking cunt to turn off.
Like I say, people always say about planning for the future. I mean, it's great to save a bit of money and stuff like that, but you like I say, future's imagination. It just never ever pans out how you think it will.
No.
Because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So actually, to a degree, no point worrying about it, is there?
No.
Can't
Just
worry
now,
about the past,
in the
can't worry
moment.
about the future, focus
Live
on
in
the
the
present.
moment.
I
Yeah,
remember
man.
my mum sitting there and having an absolute meltdown because I hadn't bought a house and I had a child.
Parents' fucking views on
I
us.
was like, it's fine, yeah, but what if I die and he's got no security? I said I could lose it all tomorrow.
Yeah. What if a meteorite hits us?
Yeah.
Like, what ifs are so pointless.
South
Be
on
like
space
that.
again.
Have you seen that Greenland film?
No.
Greenland, yeah.
Fucking
Brilliant.
horrific, mate. It's the bit where it just goes.
I want it to happen.
If you're hearing this, please take cover. If you're hearing this, and also these meteors start coming down the road. That is my.
So it's the latest Gerard Butler film.
Right.
Like, you know, have you seen 2012, the catastrophe one?
You know, like meteors.
Armageddon,
the whole
Deep
world's
Impact.
Break up.
Yeah.
And On the Inside
He's
Peeps.
off again. I'm laughing you.
Enjoy.
He's going with you.
Come on, son. Let's go, son. Let's go, son. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go, man. Oh. I'm fucking knackered. Oh. That's it. We're going home now.
40 metre sprint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the latest catastrophe film where Gerard Butler's got his family and he's an engineer, quite a good engineer, and they've found this meteorite that's come to hit Earth, and it's going to hit like in a year's time or something, but it's just going to go past Earth. It's just really close,
Oh, it's going to cause an effect anyway.
and then they find out that it's actually going to hit Earth, and it destroys Earth.
Yeah, it's supposed to land in the water first. Filming it, and it doesn't land. You're like, oh, actually, it hits downtown Florida, wipes Florida out, and like one hit or something.
Graphics are brilliant.
Yeah,
yeah.
wipes it out, and then it's all over the world.
But that's not such a bad thing, is it?
Oh.
Florida is the average of the world.
Honestly, I would love there to be a zombie apocalypse or a meteorite. I'd be all over that shit.
I did think we were heading for one at the beginning of COVID, mind.
You thought we were heading to find mate.
army and
Oh,
everything.
look at the pooches.
Like guarding the supermarkets. Oh,
I like people going, we should have the army south. They should be controlling it. They should make everyone stay in. I'm like,
It's North Korea.
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
is there something going on? Do you know what I mean? What the fuck?
Yeah, my brother was quite worried to begin with. He kept ringing me up saying, do you reckon the army are going to be coming? Mate, if the army come out, you're coming to move in with me. So come live in my house.
They have, because they're the ones doing the jobs.
Yeah, yeah.
The military are
Yeah,
doing
that's
the
you, yeah.
jobs.
Do something you did as a child. Whee! Oh, fuck. Oh my god. Oh my Christ. Okay. It's difficult one-handed. Oh my Christ. Right, gang. That was the walk and talk with Wheeler and the gang. We can't just have my name on it. Yeah, I can. Okay, we'll see you in the studio. Should we pick a topic and talk about a topic? What would you like to learn about, Sean? What is a common misconception you're aware of? Carbohydrates, calories, huh?
Wouldn't be aware of them, would I?
That's very true. Yeah, tell me something you don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, shall I tell you something I do know?
Go on.
Which I probably don't know.
Go on.
What do I know about nutrition? What do I think nutrition? There's so little I do know. I think it's something that I actually do know about it.
What do we ask Facebook?
Yeah.
Facebook, give me some questions that or topics that we can teach Sean. This is a new feature. I should do an intro for this. We'll do an intro in a sec. A new feature called Educating Sean, where at the moment we've obviously I know a little bit. Kaz was once a client of mine, once a member of 8020, now the co-host. High five. Boom.
Oh, sweaty hands.
I'm not sweating.
I am.
No, is it you? Right, fine. And so Kaz knows a lot, but Sean knows sweet fuck all, which is brilliant because
Needs to eat to know.
she does. He needs to eat first of all. We'll come on to that another time. We'll talk about your your disorders later. Right, let's do a little feature. Guys, welcome back to the Dan Wheeler Show, and this is a new little feature called Educating Sean. Completely ripped off Ricky Gervais's Educating Ricky. Sean is new into the world of health and fitness. What experience do you have, dude? Any at all?
Zero.
Ever been to the gym?
Once or twice.
How long ago?
Oh, 10 years.
Well, that's fine. Long time
More
ago.
than that,
then.
yeah.
So I thought what we'll do is we'll on a weekly basis teach Sean something about nutrition, movement, mindset, so that we can bring him up to speed about what we do. And he loves to learn. You're an inquisitive soul, aren't you? Mm-hmm. A little bit like myself.
Yep.
Always looking to learn. So let us know what you would like us to teach Sean. So gang, this is your opportunity to put some comments into the old comments section and let us know what you would like us to teach Sean. And we're going to turn to Facebook now for this episode. And see what Facebook have got to say. Kaz, what are Facebook saying?
Good afternoon, guys. At the moment, I look like mine may be frozen, actually.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it is.
Is it not?
It's just no one's here, everyone's at work, aren't they?
Yeah, everyone's busy at the
What
moment.
is it? Yeah, it's 2 o'clock on a Thursday, everyone's working.
Everyone's working.
Everyone's working.
Let's give it a share.
Jill, think of a topic,
Everyone
mate.
give it a share.
What can we talk to Sean about?
Well, actually, one thing I do struggle with
Go on.
is, and I know this is going to come up at a later date with you, is actually the amount I eat, and then me actually physically trying to eat enough. Now,
Calories.
I'll admit, 10, 15 years ago, I did go to the gym, and I simply just could not eat enough. There's no way I could get the amount of food that I was being, to be fair, at the time I was being told to eat a lot. I mean, calorie-wise, I have no idea what it was, but it was just absolutely just a ridiculous amount.
Too much.
Just could not get it in me. I can't. I'm too small. I cannot. I don't enjoy eating. That's the problem. I think. I think a lot of it comes.
Your calories?
Oh, no idea.
Where does that stem from?
What? Not enjoying eating? I don't know.
Because you told me a story once about your mum.
To me, food is just fuel.
Nice.
It's just I think food gets in. For me, it gets in the way of doing everything else. Mm-hmm. It's a time consuming. I hate cooking.
You don't enjoy it at all?
Don't enjoy cooking. Actually, very recently I've started doing it.
Yeah, I can't
I've
connect to
noticed that I've got to get my head around this recipe thing. If I have to follow the recipe down to the wire. So if it says 2.5 grams and I put 2 grams in, I think the whole thing's going to go to shit and it's going to taste horrible. When actually I've started to learn very recently, no, you just keep chucking stuff in. 9 times out of 10 it'll come out edible anyway, won't it?
So we've got some perfectionism stuff to
mate,
start
I
up
won't
doing.
enter a competition unless I've got a real
You
good
can
chance
win.
of winning.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
There's no way I'm entering something unless I've got even an advantage or I know I'm good at something. I won't enter it. No way.
Mate, when I pulled up to my last strongman competition, I looked at all the entries. I turned up to registration late because I wanted to look at all the people. And on the form, it says their name and their bodyweight category. And I looked at all the heavyweights. I was looking around. I was like, yeah, I could take them.
Yeah,
It's
take
all
them all.
good. Yeah, I'll enter.
So I get back in the car. Well
Yeah.
done. Precisely.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a fear of failure, I think.
Fear of failure, public embarrassment,
Yeah.
bit of rejection there as well. But I think it's perfectionism. You're looking to be perfect at all times.
Yeah.
And if you're not perfect, you fail.
Yeah,
and
you
feel like a
second is
failure.
first loser.
Oh,
Second out of 10 million.
I like that.
In my mind.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, you know, you could be.
I'm with you on that one.
Could be in the top 0.0001%, but if you're not first, you're
But if
last.
there's only 3 of you and you come third, that's even worse. Sorry, Dad.
All right, let's move on.
Reasonably early on before I start digging
I
to
was
you.
going to say, we're 4 minutes in, and insults have started.
Sorry.
What's tell me.
Michelle's comment there straight away. If you could have your meals in a pill form, would you? Literally said it 3 or 4 days ago. If I could take a
did.
pill for each meal, I would. 1 pill a day. Boom, gone. Problem solved.
Tell me the story about your mum and school.
Oh, what, the school dinners thing.
Yeah.
It was not so much my mum, but yeah, that's probably where it stems from.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Brilliant. But basically, when you have school dinners, I mean, I know most schools are very reasonably similar, but I used to have, I think it was a meal card, meal ticket. I think they have like sort of debit cards these days, don't they? Where you get when you can't afford food,
Right.
basically you get a certain amount put on there. It was never enough to really get a full meal, and obviously it just highlighted the fact that you were poor. So I never used it, so I wouldn't eat.
I was referring
never
to
eat.
the other story about moving schools because of the food.
Oh, okay.
But thanks for letting us know.
Yeah.
So can I just ask a question about your lunch card?
Yeah.
So once it had built up to quite a bit of money, why didn't you just like...
No, you get £1.21 a day at that time, and it got wiped every day, so it never built up.
Oh.
And that was enough to get maybe one item.
Good old Heathfield. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you did join the queue to get some food, you wouldn't get a break either.
The queues were so long.
Yeah, the queues were so long. You'd join the queue, and then by the time you got your food, it was time to go back in. So there was no break.
That made no sense.
Oh, I know.
whatsoever.
This is what we're experiencing
Madness. So I didn't bother eating.
with Abigail at the moment is highlighting
Ridiculous.
the school floors, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's just insane what some schools do to for the funding to get the school meals
Just
and
to keep
stuff.
going.
Just to keep going.
Just to keep their heads above water. They're not even improving the education. They're just maintaining themselves, and it's through no fault of their own. Absolutely no fault of their
Just
own.
funding and government.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what was the story with the fear of food in the end? Do you remember? You were telling me about.
I think you might have wise crossed it 'cause it was anxiety of.
Yeah, but I thought it was to do with food.
No.
Oh, have I got my wires
Yeah,
crossed?
yeah.
Forgive me. So where do you think the fear of food comes from?
I haven't got a fear of food as such, but
Okay.
it's that not eating thing definitely came from the meal ticket thing, definitely 100%.
Do you
That's
think-
what set me on the road for not eating during the
So you'd
day, and then
rather-
just eating when I get home.
So it was almost self-abuse. If you went hungry, you preferred to be starving and hungry over the embarrassment
Oh,
of...
100%.
Gotcha.
Massively, yeah.
Gotcha.
And obviously it affected my education, because come the afternoon, I'd have been knackered.
Of course,
Yeah.
of
That
course.
last lesson every day, there'd been no point in me being there, I'd imagine. Just a waste of time. But
Isn't
yeah.
that insane?
Sad.
But
That's
mate, it's
let you
so
down
sad.
so-
The
so
system's let you
much.
down massively.
Yeah.
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 So the lack of funding for your school meals, first of all, the fact that you had to queue up and miss your lunch, and therefore you'd rather go and spend time with
Missed
your
the break,
mates,
yeah.
obviously, and then the cognitive decline because you weren't nourished and therefore couldn't concentrate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Combined with fucking extreme ADHD, must have been a crazy shitstorm of fucking not wanting to eat and.
Yeah, weirdly, I seemed to cope with it. Like, well, at the time,
course, you
it
were
just,
young.
It didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I suppose you're resilient, aren't you? But that's always. I've always done that now. I just eat just when I have to. It's nothing. I just don't get excited by food.
Doesn't fulfill you, doesn't pleasure your taste buds. How much do you reckon, because obviously you smoke a little bit, do you reckon that's got an influence there to do with the taste buds
Yeah,
thing?
probably. Yeah, taste buds thing. Yeah, definitely.
When are we getting you off that?
But I've given up before, and nothing's changed with the food.
Really?
Nothing changed with the food. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just.
Shelley likes her food, doesn't she? Cooking wise, I mean.
She's a brilliant cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a really good cook. Yeah, and she does interesting stuff. Don't get me wrong.
So do you eat what she gives you?
Oh god, yeah, every time.
Oh, fine. Gotcha.
She's a good cook. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah,
Great.
massively good cook. Yeah.
So is it more of a case of you just not eating all day, come home and you get a nice big meal?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
pretty much.
Do you binge? Do you snack outside
Yeah,
of that?
massively. Yeah,
Nice.
at night. Yeah. I do nothing all day and then just at night binge. I mean, I'll easily eat a pack of bourbons every night.
Really?
Every night without fail, non-stop.
Do you want
30
to
days in a row.
face as well
They're my
as me?
favourite biscuits.
30 days in a
I'm
row.
like, what?
And more. But
Good
it's
effort.
got nothing to do with what I eat. It's the quantity. It's the
Yeah,
sheer
of
low
course.
quantity of it, which is why I don't
Which is
pile
what
in.
you were saying earlier on about it doesn't matter how you have your calories, you're going to have this crash and
Mm-hmm.
feel really shitty if you eat all
Absolutely.
the biscuits and shit. Otherwise, you'd have like the really good food. But yeah, this all goes back to
So
that.
where do you think we could start making small changes to your lifestyle so that we can start to introduce food. How about a morning smoothie? Just a small drink. That's got
something like that is
nutrients
going to be
in it.
easier to get down with. Just
There we go.
Like a drink. A drink's a lot easier than actually
like a
physically,
power
isn't it?
smoothie.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
are we talking not that you have to make it and mix it up, that we'll just go into Morrison's, pick up a flavour and go, there you go, bed.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to do stuff at my house, but I get up too. It's something once again, it's a lifestyle thing. I'm getting up at 5 a.m. with 2 kids. I can't set a blender off at that time. They'll all be up.
Of course.
Exactly.
It'll wake everyone up.
Of course.
That's why I asked.
Yeah.
But could we prepare it the night before, put it in the fridge?
Yeah, is that right? Does that work?
Yeah, of course. Why
that
would it
right?
not? Why would it not work?
I don't know. Karen's face. Karen's face is suggesting it wouldn't.
I'm suggesting the green stuff will be green shit by the morning.
Yeah, well, a fridge. I mean, a fridge is all right to put the fruit in.
Of course it is.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
genuinely asking you.
Yeah,
Like, it's not going to go like.
Have you got NutriBullet?
Yeah, we have actually.
Great. So what you do is So I'll tell you the ingredients. We'll go through it now. We'll put the ingredients into the NutriBullet. Don't blend it. Put that in the fridge.
Oh, then blend.
That's
Oh no!
fine.
No,
So you
just the
can,
noise,
so you
yeah.
can blend it the night before,
Yeah, I've got
and then in the
blended just
morning it
before.
might separate. You just got to shake it.
Oh,
up.
just got to give it a shake. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
bring your blender to work and we'll do you in it.
I was just thinking about getting a NutriBullet in the office, and then we
And then we
pop to
can all-
Morrison's. Then we can all have a.
Yeah.
Let's do that then.
We can do a recipe book for people of different ones.
That's what Sam's going to be doing.
I love it.
Done.
There we go. She can
We could do a
practice on
whole
us.
smoothie recipe book, couldn't we? Power smoothies,
Power smoothies, protein smoothies.
super smoothies, Wheeler's super smoothies. Done. Right, back to you.
Sorry.
Back to you. Back to you.
Back in the room.
Do you like milk?
No,
Brilliant.
almost intolerant to it. More than one glass.
Are you really?
Yeah, it doesn't sit well with my stomach.
How much of that could have been yesterday then when you were drinking the milk?
Didn't drink milk. Took a tiny little sip.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
fine.
why. That's why I couldn't really have it.
Oh, I see.
It would have been worse. Well, I don't know. It could have been worse than that.
I don't think anything would have been worse than that.
So what's your mum's relationship with food like? Is she underweight, overweight, average?
I would have said she's probably savagely underweight. Yeah.
Okay.
She's very small as well. Very, very small.
And your brothers?
Brother's got a different
Brothers?
dad, so he's
Different genetics.
different size. So yeah, he's a big lad.
And your old man? Big, small?
He was, I'd say medium, but then his dad was very skinny.
Oh, really?
Like, tiny,
Right.
yeah.
Got
yeah,
it.
tiny. So it could be, genetically, we're just quite a small.
Potentially,
small
yeah.
family, you
yeah,
know.
well, I mean, most of our physical attributes are going to be based on the exposure to food over time. Like, I overate in my teenage years and got fat. You've undereaten in your teenage years and it's affected your adult years because your habits are now so ingrained. You've got 35 years of, with no disrespect, poor habits with regards to food because of all your
God-awful
influences.
God awful relationship.
And
with it.
understandably so, like all
Yeah.
these fucking, the peer pressure of that fucking food thing.
Oh, it was just, yeah.
I mean, how many kids at schools are affected by money that way?
I dread
The
to think.
segregation.
I dread
Rich
to
kids,
think.
poor kids.
Must be a
That's
risk.
Madness.
literally how the kids divide themselves as well. It's the parents with Mercs
Yeah.
and the parents without Mercs.
Of course,
That's how they see them.
yeah.
You know, kids getting picked up. You see what car they're getting picked up in, whether they're getting what XYZ bus, what they're wearing, clothes, shoes, what phone they've got, what food they're eating. Everyone, they do rank and
Of
judge
course,
themselves
of course.
constantly by everything.
I didn't even think about the phones and the cars.
And that's
and
without taking the pressures of social media, which I didn't have, thank God.
Oh,
Can you imagine the
Could
poor
you
kids
imagine
now?
social media when we were kids?
Oh, I'm just so happy I didn't have it.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I fear for the next generation.
What was your experience as a kid with school meals and stuff?
Mum and Dad worked, so we did have school meals. I've got a terrible relationship with food, if I'm honest.
Go on, talk to me.
I don't like food touching. I don't like certain
Okay.
colours with food.
Okay. Food racism.
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally.
sure,
like
sure.
red and yellow on a plate.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you had a red pepper and yellow pepper,
No, that's okay.
Right.
But if it's wet, like if someone was to have beans or tomatoes on a breakfast and they broke the egg and the egg was to go near
the bean.
any of it,
Yeah.
I would have to sit on a different table.
Really?
Honestly, it's
Where's that come from
literally-
then?
Well, I'm sweating even thinking about it.
Wow. Let's talk it through. Where does it come from then?
I have no
Is
idea.
that your mum's influence, your dad's influence, trying to separate food and being...
No, my dad will
Moronic
eat
about it?
anything. My mum will eat anything.
Okay.
I think they just may have given me something one day that was mixed in and it was rank.
Just
I
wasn't a
don't know.
fan.
Yeah.
Are your parents overweight, underweight, average weight? Size?
Same as myself, really.
Gotcha. Okay. Have they struggled with their weight in the past?
All their lives.
All their lives.
All their lives.
How old was your mum when she got you on a diet? How old were you?
How
sorry,
old
when
was
your mum?
I?
Your first one.
My first Slimming World group, 14.
Oh, for
15.
God's sake, it's fucking wild.
My
we live
mum
in.
used to pay me if I lost weight. Yeah. Yeah, she's not going to like me saying that, but she did. She used to say to me, if you can lose a stone, I'll give you £1 for every
Jesus Christ.
pound you lost.
I'm in shock. Yeah. Wow. Did she reward you with food?
Yeah.
So if you were a good girl, you got more chocolate. The irony, right?
But then paid to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then paid.
it was when I got to like, I suppose, developing boobs and stuff like that. I was
Boobies.
I was always like, I was an early developer. Like I was 12 and I had hairs under my arms and I had boobs, and people used to tell me to wear a bra, and because they told me to, I'd be like, fuck off, I'm not putting
Of
one
course,
on.
of course. Yeah.
So she wanted me to look a certain way. Her ideal woman was Twiggy, who was a supermodel, who was like the thinnest thing in the world.
Of course.
And she expected her daughter to be that way, and she would encourage me with anything to...
Any way possible.
Any way possible. Wow. Like it would be, you know, a pair of new Levi's. If you can lose a bit of weight, I'll get you a pair of new Levi's. Whereas I've got such a shape that I can't get in a 501. You know, it's impossible. I'd have to cut my hips off to get in, you know. But no, it was just that's how she was.
And I assume she obviously learned it from her mum. Was grandma big or small?
No,
Or?
my nan was the skinniest little rip you've ever seen
Really?
in your life. Yeah.
So the pressure came from her nan.
From nan. So like my mum was the only. Well, there's 3 daughters, and the oldest daughter, which is my auntie, was as slim as nan.
Right.
Then the other 2, like my mum and her sister, were more chunky. They were like my granddad.
Sure.
So yeah, I think it came from there.
So, and do you remember any, like, did the thin sister, so to speak, get different connection with your mum? Did you guys have more of her attention, or did you get less of her attention? Can you? Not really think. No, that's fine.
No.
And other than food and money, how else did she reward you? Did you get any extra love and attention if you lost weight?
No.
And then less love and affection if you didn't?
No.
No? That's cool.
It was,
That's
it
good.
was pretty much money, but my mum was one of those women that, you know, she'd promise you the earth and walk around with holes in her shoes to give it to you.
Oh,
she's a beautiful
amazing.
woman. She's a beautiful
amazing.
woman. She's got misconceptions about weight and shit like that, but she's a beautiful
It's just
woman.
misguided, right? Yeah, it's not her. I'm not going to say it's her fault at all. Like,
Lifetime of.
Yeah, imagine not knowing
education.
any of the stuff that we know
Yeah,
and trying to get
exactly.
Archie to do something.
She's
Of course
just
you're going to
doing what
reward
she
it.
thinks best.
Well, look, if you can do this, I'll give you a game. Yeah, of course you would. It's natural to do, isn't it?
And I still do it. Now, I do this with Archie. It naturally is. Mate, if you get child of the week in school, I will give you some money for V-Bucks.
Sure, of course. Yeah.
Whatever.
Which
you
is a good
know?
incentive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what you do. But yeah, no, my relationship with food is shit.
And when was the turning point? When did it get really bad? Can you remember? Was there a point?
Yeah, I was going to Slimming World. I was 16 and I went in 9 months, I went from a size probably 20 to a size 10.
Jesus Christ.
And it was literally...
In 6 months?
Yeah.
How old were you?
Just 15, 16.
Oh my fucking Christ.
And I literally got to the point where the size 10 would like blister my hip bones because there was nothing. And yeah, it was bad. I was throwing up, fingers down the throat, packing biscuits, and
Jesus, wow.
Yeah, it was not nice, but.
How much of that was Slimming World's influenced, and how much was
massively
obsessive need to please your mum?
Both.
Both.
It was both. But like Slimming World encouraged it. It encouraged the way of eating, and and again I thought the more I eat, the more weight I'm going to put on, so I'm going to have to be sick, and it was horrible.
Oh, Jesus.
Horrible shit.
Mate, we don't have the time to delve into this, but this is a whole episode. Like, really, it is. Like,
Have you seen those Cadbury's pre-made ones?
No.
Cars from the Cadbury's factory.
that's what I gotta do to shut him up. Done. You get my finger. Oh! That hurts more than you think it does. Oh my Christ. Oh, I did it again. Put your finger in there. Wonderful. Put your finger in there. Go on. 2 second rule.
3, 4,
I'm not having
5,
it. It's over
6,
there.
7.
Listen, I'm not going to
fill that up anymore.
I'm not going to get lemon in my mouth. Never mind anything else.
That's what she said. Hey! Hey!
Oh God.
Right, are we all good?
Yeah. Yes. Right. So
Guys.
talk us through the rules.
Welcome back to the Dan Wheeler Show. Now, this is the challenge feature. Now, Sean, what are we doing?
Playing Chubby Bunny.
What is this challenge?
It's called Chubby Bunny.
I've never heard of Chubby Buddy before.
Bunny.
Bunny?
I was in
Chubby Bunny.
Bunny.
I was in Bunny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So... oh, right, I see. I see.
Okay.
So what do we have to do? What are the rules? You can't just point to it.
It
Was it Karen's idea? I thought it was your idea. Sorry.
No.
Kaz, what are we doing?
It wasn't my idea, but I did ask the rules before we actually went on camera because I was the only one who actually wanted to ask.
Mate, we cannot have preparation. That means that this is a professional podcast. This is a shambles. Intentionally to be a shambles.
So, apparently, you have to...
Can you imagine if we planned this? Then it would be half good, wouldn't it? We can't have that.
Can't have that.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Days.
Carry on.
Right, you have to each take one,
Right,
put it in your mouth,
that's what she
and
said.
say, Chubby Bunny.
Okay,
And we keep going around the table.
one at a time.
Yeah,
Okay.
until you cannot say
Chubby Bunny. Chubby Bunny.
Okay? Thanks for that one.
Right. So, do we just go one at a time?
Let's begin.
Well, let's start with the wheeler. Come
Ladies
on.
first. No, ladies first.
No, you just want to say
Okay, right.
Go,
Okay.
mate.
You go first? He can't even get one in. He can't even get... I'm winning.
I'm winning.
Chubby Bunny.
Hey, come
You've
on,
got to do the
Wheeler.
fingers as well. No, we go clockwise. Are we going anti-clockwise?
Yeah.
All right, calm down.
Come on. I don't know if you're allowed to use your fingers.
Not Harry Potter.
Chubby Bunny.
Okay.
Your turn.
It's bigger than my head.
Go on. Let's see what Mike's playing with. Well, are you allowed to see it? No problem. You're not allowed to use your fingers. I'm dripping. Right. Right, run up.
Oh, it hurts.
Oh my god.
Really hurts.
Come on, don't choke. Don't gag. Come on. Come on. He's doing it. Don't throw it. He's thrown up.
No.
He made two. Right.
Wow. That was madness.
Does he have a bit?
I'm going for goal. Goal. On a goal. I'm drooling.
Chubby Bunny. Oh my god.
Cherry Bunny.
I think it's when he's gagging.
Oh my
Oh, you win. Oh my god, that was horrendous.
That's horrific.
They can't be that size, surely.
They're too
We must-
big.
Yeah,
We picked bigger marshmallows than standard.
Yeah, no, tiny.
No, I was like,
It's weird, I've
"What?"
never-
And I was like, well, my mouth's full, and I've got one. I didn't choke on the second one. I started to touch the back of my throat.
It's a good job one of us can take it.
And you've had a bit more experience than we have.
Well,
I would be a really shit gay man.
I would be a shit gay man.
Tissue on.
Oh, oh
get
God.
it off my hands.
Oh God! I was struggling to get them out of my mouth.
Oh, mate, let me tell you, that hurt. Like, that was wide.
I'm well up for doing that with some smaller ones, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think we'll
I reckon I
repeat
can
that
cram
one.
quite well.
Yeah.
We'll repeat that one
Oh.
with the smaller marshmallows. S'mores could be interesting.
S'mores.
Oh, they're dry as well, though, aren't they?
That's true.
I've never had s'mores.
Oh, they're good.
Excuse me.
But don't you do biscuit challenges behind you?
Oh, yeah.
We could do the biscuit one next. Yeah.
Oh, give my mouth a
2 crackers
break.
in 2 minutes. Soup out with no drink.
Oh.
Doesn't sound hard. Doesn't sound
Right.
hard.
I think we do one eating challenge a day. What do you
I think so.
I can't do a fucking cracker one.
We can't watch it. No.
Anyone want a marshmallow?
Well,
I like the fact you plated it all up, like
I know.
as if we were going to do all that.
loads of frozen milk pops and stuff. So,
Yeah.
Frozen milk pots.
yeah.
Yeah,
So then
they're-
he's going to freeze.
Oh, well, no, we do the chip one today.
Do the chip
Yeah,
one.
we'll do the chip one today. Yeah.
Okay.
So, what was the purpose of that one again? Just to see who won.
Yeah.
Congrats.
It was
You
the
won
team
again.
challenge.
You won again.
I'm on top.
Pattern is amazing here.
Yes, indeed. You won yesterday, didn't
Yeah. I won
Yes.
you?
yesterday.
On Mondays.
Yes.
What
Yeah.
was Mondays again?
What did we do?
Baby food.
Baby food.
baby
Oh,
food.
of course, the baby
Yeah.
food. The most horrific
Yeah.
thing in the
Plain
world.
carrots. That's what I meant from that.
Oh,
What
they
was
were
the
bad.
cheesecake one I had, or the cheese?
Oh, you
and-
had rice pudding mixed with
Cheesy
cheesy pasta.
pasta.
That's the one
Cheesy
you had rice
pasta.
pudding straight away.
Cheesy pasta.
Unbelievable.
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
That was vile.
Right, gang. That brings us to the end. Congratulations on winning your victory. How does it feel?
Congratulations.
Can I
Well
just
done.
say, I'll take the win.
You'll take the win.
2-0.
Did
so
you want to
far.
thank anyone
Serious.
for this ability?
I'd like to thank Mike.
Yeah, for the extra training you've done. Yeah, you're leading up to this event. Sure.
You know, for all the practice we got in just for this event.
Is it as fat as it is long, or is?
Well, I'd be giving it away, wouldn't I?
It's called a chode, isn't it?
Yes, it
A
is.
chode. For those that don't know, a chode is a penis that is wider than it is longer.
Oh, I've never seen one of them.
Called a chode.
No.
I think they're like unicorns. I don't think they exist.
Wow.
It's a mythical thing. The mythical.
Yeah.
Right, that brings us the end of that feature. So, like, really it is. Like, all our traumas are formed, most of our traumas are formed from a very early age, and almost all our habits and behaviours are dictated from this early age. There's this thing in psychology called your, I think it's something blueprint. It's your blueprint, essentially, that is moulded from 4 years old to 7. When you're between 4 and 7, you learn all your sexual desires.
You do.
do.
I've read about that. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
disgustingly
and that comes
fascinating.
From something so simple as well. I won't
Go
go
on.
into it now though. 'cause
No, go on.
No, I was just saying that the sexual desire thing. Like, if you like, my mate one explained it to me once that like you're at a party and you go under a table and you see a pair of stockings, you end up with a fetish of stockings from that age. That's how it comes.
Really?
Literally from that young age. Yeah. He showed me a book and I read about it. Yeah, it's really weird.
That's
you see something at a
interesting.
young age and it ingrains, and that becomes.
If you were spanked as a child between the age of 7 for doing something bad, there's a strong possibility you'll like to be spanked when you're an adult. If you were burped as a baby like that on the back of the thing like that, asphyxiation
Really?
is something which is very, very common after that. I'll let you all know that I like my boobs, right? I love my boobies. Bigger the better, love them. And I remember the point in which I became fascinated with boobs, and I was 5-6 years old. My mum had 2 friends called Carol, and horrifically she referred to them as Big Carol, Little Carol, because one was big, one was small. I know, horrific. But Big Carol, who was a curvy girl, had these double J honkers on her, right? Amazing. And she just had a baby, and we went round there to see the baby, and she was breastfeeding. So I was sat in front of the TV watching the TV, cartoons or some not, and I was sat between my mum's legs. She was on the chair and I was on the floor, and Carol went, I just need to feed the little one. So she whopped out a boob, put the baby on it, and I went straight away to look at them, right? And my mum grabbed my head, turned it towards the TV and put her knees there, so I wasn't, and I was desperately trying to see these boobies, and she wouldn't let me look at them. Obsessed with them now. From that point on, I reckon it was.
Wow.
Just obsessed with them. Like every time I can't see a boobie, I'm like, "Where's the boobie? Where's the boobie?" And all because them. Thanks, Mum. And my mum's not the biggest endowed woman. I would say she was a C, D cup, that type of thing. But yeah, that was the point in which, yeah, very interesting. But it's all formed as you're a child.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, we're on second.
Lance has given me 10-minute countdown, 5-minute countdown. We've now got a 51-second countdown.
I'm not the only one who've said about the money. People have got money pots that they put a pound in every time they lose a pound.
Oh my
Yeah, I
Christ!
just read the comment on
Crazy.
here. Yeah.
Right, guys, we're going to wrap up. So thank you so much. This is the Dan Wheeler Show, the podcast. We're just getting to grips with these features and the timing of it, but we will definitely dive into more into that. It's fascinating. Guys, thank you so much for your time. My name's Dan Wheeler. This is
Sean Collier.
and the legendary,
Karen Barrett.
and you've just been wheelered.